Could this be the week we put it all together? Defense, offense, special teams have like one magical game against the Panthers. I feel it. I feel
You
it.
know it is.
And welcome in, folks. It's episode 189 of Outta Your Falcon Mind, Atlanta Falcons Fancast. My name is John, your host, joined tonight by my co-host, Mr. Mike Cottrell, and our, might as well call him third co-host at this point, Mr. Fleek. What's going on, guys? Mike, what's up, buddy?
Dog, I'm feeling good, feeling great. I just, before we came on air, I was telling Fleek, no matter, I'm already thinking Super Bowl, no matter what the cost of the ticket. I said, I'll get evicted. I won't pay my car note. Okay, I get the heat turned off. Biscuit will go hungry. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'm going to be in that stadium. I don't care if they charging ridiculous prices. I'm paying for parking. I'm paying for food. Oh, I'm having the whole experience. I might buy a jersey. I might sleep in there. Oh, my God. I'm taking off work the next 2 days. I'm just saying it's possible. I'm thinking ahead, but I just was telling them, no matter the cost, I'll be there, buddy. I'll be in the stadium for the Super Bowl.
So I just gotta prepare like to have a room ready, right? And some dog food in a room and you're straight. Yeah. All right, cool.
Panic room. I'm telling you, just in case you win the Super Bowl, I just press the button and all sorts of weird things start to happen. But man, I can't just for that to be on the table. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, even 5 weeks in, man. I'm feeling it. Yeah, Fleek, what's up with you, buddy?
Hey man, I'm feeling like Mike, dog. I'm feeling good after that Thursday night victory. Another division game coming up here. I'm just overall excited. I haven't been this excited about Falcons football in a while. And it doesn't feel like that like hopeful excitement like when we had, Dez and Marcus. Yeah. It was kind of like, man, if we pull it together, we can be something one day. But now it's like, man, we solid. Like, and we're only gonna get better because this offense is just clicking more and more each week. So I look for them to take another step this Sunday. I know we'll talk about it, but I'm just overall excited, man.
Yeah, this one feels, and I think a lot of different creators have talked about it. I know Aaron talked about it, and it's like this 3-2 feels a lot different than last year's 3-2 because it just the way we got the wins. Just the quarterback position alone. Not to shit on Dez and Taylor, but it is what it is. So yeah, there's just a lot to be thankful for at 5 games into the season that we weren't, last year kind of like, like this is going okay, but we got embarrassed in London, and then we put out a really good game against the Texans, but then after that I was just kind of up and down, couldn't get consistent or anything else. So, but man, hey, look, welcome in everybody. Anybody new to the podcast, man, Mike and I've been doing this for a few years now. It's a long time Falcons fans, started being fans back in the early 90s, Deion Sanders-ish type of, age group. So that's where we're at. Fleek's a little bit younger than we are, but that's where we're at as far as fandom goes. We've been here for a while, watched a lot of good football, a lot of bad football, but and
a lot of bad football. I've been a fan. Yeah. I say I put the date on 03.
See,
because that's just when I can remember being cognizant of
man. God damn, dude!
I swear it was that Michael Vick Vikings game when he walked it off in overtime.
Yeah,
and everybody again.
That's my first memory of the Falcons. So ever since that day, like I've been a fan.
Yeah, I remember Chris Miller. Oh,
dude, yeah, kidding me? We were around when Brett Favre was like just a sideshow act. Yeah. Like Jerry Lanville will have him like out there on this field, like, hey man, and go to other coaches and be like, hey, watch this. This dude can throw it the upper deck. How much you want to bet? No, I'm not kidding. Crazy. And he go do it. Then he go out there and just like that's all he was. Then he go party in Buckhead that night, and then and that's all he was good for. Then we had to ship him out. So that was because he wasn't ready for Atlanta at that time.
No. Green Bay, a much more tame area.
Absolutely, yeah, much more.
It's so random, but man, I was thinking the other day. I'm so, regardless of age, I wouldn't want it to get brought up at any other time. I'm like, dog, because I was thinking to myself, one of the pleasures of my life, I swear to God, of my whole life was, dog, I got to see Barry Sanders. Like, and I don't mean live. I mean, I was conscious when Barry Sanders was playing. I saw that I saw Tupac. Like, not in person again, but I was alive when that happened. Like, so I just be thinking, and a big one for football is John Madden and Pat Summerall used to call games. Yeah. On God, just imagine that on Thanksgiving, I swear they would call games. It was the most football shit, and they bring out a turkey. It was the most football shit of all time, and I that was when I grew up with football. John Madden and Pat Summerall was actually calling the game. It was the dopest shit you could ever hear or see, and I wouldn't have wanted to miss that for nothing. That was football.
And you know what, Mike? I'm glad you said that because I've been thinking a lot lately too about like cherishing the time that you live in. Because right, man, like people, I will never see a true John Madden live call from the booth. Yeah. I've never experienced that. You know what I mean? And like, well, I don't know how important Joe Buck is to football fans, but people won't hear him in 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's important to cherish what you have. Like, even I know this is a football podcast, but when you think about basketball, you know, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, KD, all of these amazing players, like top 50 players of all time, are playing at the same time. And we've been enjoying that for the past 10, 15 years. And then in the next 10 years, it's going to be over with. So it's important to cherish those moments, like you said, Mike.
You will have to explain to somebody what Kobe was or what Michael Jordan, because they will have they'd be like, who is that? I don't know. And you have to tell them, but like, you got to see Kobe hit the switch. Like, you got to see Jordan hit the switch. You got to see Barry Sanders. I don't know what that was called, what Barry Sanders was doing. I've never seen it before or after. That was the most dopest run on Madden, on Tecmo Bowl, on Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders was the truth. So I'm just happy that I came up in it. And Dion, oh man, it was nothing like it.
Yeah, 100%. Now that I feel old as shit, that's great. That's a hell of a way to start the show.
I love football, man. That was real football. John Madden.
No, dude, it was. Yeah. And it sucked when Pat started going downhill.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it was obvious. He'd be like, you know, it started to be like a joke. He'd be like, oh, you know, there goes 82, and it's like 4. You know what I mean? Like, it's like number 4. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, this is going downhill. We got to change this. So kind of like, you know, if y'all watch Game Day, it's kind of how I feel like about Lee Corso. It's like, I love that man so much, dude.
Yeah,
and it's just like,
what I was thinking.
I mean, and it's like, you know, you see Herb Street, you know, like, you know, that's his guy. You know, like, you know, when Lee went through some of those health issues, you know, you like Kirk would break down on air talking about him, like, you know, he's been with them since so long, you know, like, it's just one of those things. But man, just yeah, I mean, it was you're right, Mike. I mean, just that whole you hear that music, and you just like, that's the first thing our brains go to, at least, because that's just you know, the era we were brought up in. But anyway, man, look, thank y'all for joining us tonight, man. Like I said, we're going to get into news around the league, kind of a crazy, you know, been a weird, kind of a wild week actually in the league. Of course, preview the Panthers game and talk about that. And if y'all are here, man, like the video for us, helps us get out there to more Falcons fans. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We much appreciate it. We can email us atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. We had a great one last week from Taylor. Appreciate that, buddy. Merchandise, man, you can I'll get that going on the screen. It'll also be in the description of the video if y'all want any Outta Your Falcon Mind hoodies like the one I'm wearing, or t-shirts or anything like that. They'll be on the site. Let's get in the chat real quick before we get into it, man. MW, you got a Hall of Famer checking in there.
MW, the Hall of Famer. What's good, fellas? Rise up. Fleek in the building.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Double H, Fleek, Mike, and John. All three phases are rocking this week. It's the tripod, baby.
Yes, sir.
Steve, what up? Hey, we got Fleek. DJ, what's good, fellas?
Yes.
You know we good. Jerome, what up? DJ said it's crazy to think most of these athletes I grew up watching are retired or getting ready to retire. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, the guys we watched, me and Mike, and maybe you're close to the same age. I mean, we're watching their kids play in the league. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're at right now. So that's, you know, that's mind-blowing in itself.
Jerome said Roger Craig was nice on Tecmo Bowl for the kids.
Dude, I used to use the what team did you use in Tecmo Bowl? I used to switch back. I'd use the Bears. Walter Payton. I mean, it was on
Walter Payton, yeah.
And then I would use the Raiders a lot too. I used to hit Todd Christensen all the time with the Raiders. He was just, I don't know why, but he run over everybody. So, you know.
Y'all wouldn't notice, but on one of the earlier John Madden, I couldn't make this up. you could be like get hit too hard and the ambulance would drive out on the field and come get you.
Yeah.
It was the dopest. You felt like you killed somebody. It was the dopest
Mike,
thing ever.
Do you know why they took that out the games?
Wow.
The NFL made them take out the ambulance. They made them take out the helmet popping off if you get hit too hard. They made anything that could symbolize like
violence.
Violence. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, no. And it's funny, you fast forward to today's game anyway. I mean, in real life, that's how it is now anyway. Like everything's censored and everything's soft now. But yeah, that's why they took that stuff out the game. But it was so cool because I've seen that before.
I'm telling you, you felt like you murdered the person. It was dope.
Hey, yeah. Sour Pickle, what's up, buddy?
Sour Pickle said, hey, what's up? Let's get that division win. Yes, sir.
Kind of way off topic. Mike, did you ever play, and Fleek, you might have, I don't know, the arcade game Arch Rivals? You ever played that game before?
I don't even know what that is.
You ever heard of it? Look it up. You literally, it's like a 2-on-2 basketball game, but you could like go down and like punch the shit out of the dude you're facing. And and then it was like basically fighting basketball, man. But you'd find it at like restaurants. It'd be like, I remember it because it was always in the lobby of the Pizza Hut I'd always go to as a kid. So I go in there, play Arch Rivals while I was waiting on the pizza. So anyway, Jerome, Madden 93. Yep.
Madden 93, the ambulance. Jones Bones said, what up, fellas? Much love to my fellow Falcon fans. Rise up, Jones Bones. DJ said the old man game hit different. I'm telling you, you
don't
still hear his voice.
DJ.
So,
yeah, man. All right, so we'll get back to the chat, man. Y'all keep it coming. Anything y'all got tonight, man?
Thank
feel
you
free.
For coming. Chat. Hey, hit the like button, man. It showed up for you. Help it show up for somebody.
That's right. That's right.
Gift that keeps on giving.
All right, so did y'all? I'm sure y'all watched the KC Saints game on Monday night.
Yep.
The KC did what they needed to do. Carr gets hurt. He's gonna be missing a few weeks. They just announced today that Spencer Rattler is going to be starting at QB, which it looked pretty good the preseason. That's the guy that our boy Steve, he really liked as far when he did the evaluations. That was one of the guys that he's kind of like a dark horse. That's one of the guys we talked about possibly before we ever knew Penix was even in the situation in the realm of possibilities. We thought somebody we may take down the road to come in and sit behind Kirk, but lo and behold, the Saints take him, and that. I mean, I honestly don't know. We don't know because look, he's going to see live bullets against the first team, which he's probably not really seen before. So we'll see how he is this week and how that continues on. But I mean, worst case, he's really good. But I don't know. I don't rate Carr that high, so it's like I don't know how to feel.
Yeah,
it's like I don't know.
It's just starting to get rolling, but I will not feel bad for anyone this season. Hey, listen, man, if that's the way the ball bounces.
Yeah,
they were just starting to get rolling. It was nice to see.
Yeah, man. So they fall to what are they 2-3?
Yep, 2-3.
Yeah, 2-3, and then of course that. So and they had the Bucs this week, and hopefully the Bucs are pissed off after that defensive performance and they want to get after him. That's what I'm hoping. Right. But we'll see. Or do we want the Saints to win and make them both 3-3? Right.
Yeah, you're probably right. For us to be 4-2 in both of them. Yeah, that would be better.
I guess that's probably right. Even though that kind of sucks.
I won't say out my mouth that I'm rooting for the Saints.
No, you can't do that. Yeah. No. And then y'all probably saw Robert Salah got fired, which I was kind of surprised by that. Like defense, was playing pretty well. Obviously, the thing with Aaron, I don't know what that's old. And he was escorted out by security. Like, didn't even get what are we doing here? Like,
that's so wild, bro.
And bro, I think Aaron went in there and said it's him or me.
He said,
and they did a split second. Hey man, don't just follow him. Don't make a scene, sir. Don't grab nothing. Don't say nothing to nobody. He was like, what?
Just get on out of here.
Because they don't seem to get along.
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't even let him talk to the players or nothing, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just not. That's the most jacked up thing. Is like, if anything, let him speak to his players.
That means they sprung it on you. I'm telling you. That means that you was coming from the vending machine and they hit you with that corporate voice.
That's wild.
I talked for a minute?
No.
You got a minute?
Seriously, bro. They said that he was thinking about the game plan for this next week. He was thinking about making a change at the offensive coordinator, giving play calling duties to someone else. Like he started going about his week normal. And like you said, he can come from the vending machine or from the cafeteria with some pizza. And
I'm telling you, man. Aaron Rodgers went in there and said, "It's him on me. I can't take it no more. Do something today." And they probably said, "Okay."
Yep. Yeah. No, you're right. So just FYI, I had to let Kane in here because
Kane, what up?
And Liam just went for a ride, or not a ride, a run. So
Hey, what's up, Kane?
He really wants to go for the run, but he's gonna have to stay in here.
Rise up, Kane.
So hopefully he just passes out in a second, but it's
wonderful.
Yeah, you see, he just runs into my he's already screwing things up.
Immediately.
He just runs into my I can knock the thing out. All right, whatever. All right. So we'll get through this best we can. If I've got to, I had to open the door because I can't let him just destroy shit in the house. So all right. Also, man, Nico Collins put on the IR today, which is crazy. That was that was Stroud's guy down there in Houston. I'm gonna kill this dude, man. And then what sucks is it goes back to the wrong mic, because you can tell it sounds different.
Yeah, automatically. I don't know why mine does that too. So
stop circling the dude. Seriously, sit down. Anyway, yeah. So and the Devontae Adams still hasn't signed anywhere. Which the whole David Carr being hurt may actually also go in our favor, because he did say he wouldn't play with a former quarterback, and I'm not sure that we don't want to go to freaking New Orleans, but now with Carr hurt, maybe that's not his ideal situation. I still hope he goes to the Jets or Pittsburgh or anywhere else, but anybody in our division would be great. Drake May's about to start for the Patriots, which Aiden O'Connell's taking over. Yeah, no, Aiden O'Connell taking over for Minshew, so that'll be something to see what happens. We do play the Raiders this year, so it'll be interesting to see who's playing QB by the time we get there. And the Niners blow one again in the fourth quarter against the Cardinals. I've seen 49ers fans ready for Shanahan to be fired, calling him the worst fourth quarter coach in NFL history.
Worst fourth quarter coach.
I take him back as the OC. Go ahead, let him go, and let's bring him in. The first thing smoking.
Oh yeah, hey, come on.
I think he's a better coordinator than coach.
Kyle Shanahan is such a good play caller. I would be surprised if I would be shocked if he even took a play calling job. I feel like he might be one of those candidates that got let go and might still get another head coaching job somewhere.
Yeah, it's possible.
John,
yeah,
why do you think he struggles with coaching, but he's so good at the coordination?
Because he fucked us up in 16.
The karma. I got you. I love it. That's a good answer.
That's the only thing I can think of, dude. I don't know, man. There is this freaking dog, man. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. It's not. Look, they have a lot of injuries on their team. We know that. Like I said, they've been hit with the injury bug too. But it's just one of those things that keeps happening to them, man. In various games, various situations. So
yeah.
God is good all the time. That's what he get. Sour Pickle said, "Hey guys, what's the word on Anderson and Landman? I know Landman is coming back, but do you think him and Anderson will run this weekend?" I thought they
I hope so. I haven't seen any official word of them saying they're playing just yet. I do know that Landman's back. I haven't seen any update on Troy Anderson for real. I think
all they said was he's day to day. So, but he didn't practice today, and I know Landman was back at practice. Still no designation if he's going to play or not. I think there's Raheem said they wanted to just test him out, see how he feels, see how he looks, because it's the first time he's been back in the game
since week 1. Yeah.
And
you know what's crazy? He's gonna be such a good piece to have back for our run defense, man. We've been struggling up front, and obviously the big dudes up front, on the line, have to figure that out as well. Rook Ororo played pretty well last week, so that was good to see. Pair him with Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata, some pieces you got. I feel like you have the talent to get that run game shored up. I don't know. They got to figure something out. They got to stop the bleeding, and they got to figure out how to get to the quarterback. But as far as the run game, I feel like having Landman back, if he does play this week or whenever he does come back, it's going to be huge, because he was – I think how many tackles did Landman have last year? Didn't he lead the linebackers in tackles last year?
Sounds right.
I think he had close to 100, something like that. And just watching a little bit of film. I haven't deep dove on Nate Landman film, but from some of the clips I have seen, he seems to be pretty good when he's like with his gap integrity and shooting gaps and stuff like that and making plays in the backfield. So that's something that we've been missing at the linebacker position so far this year. Other than, of course, the good games that Troy Anderson has had, but with him being hurt as well, like having Landman back is going to be huge.
Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, it's he only really played like in our base packages that one game.
Yeah.
Whenever this,
I just feel free to keep talking. Like it doesn't matter. Just I'm gonna have to put it because he keeps running into the freaking speaker. Anyway, yeah, I mean but I think we're gonna have to do something to fix the run defense because I mean we're giving up a lot, and we'll talk about Chuba Hubbard. We're about to face him, and I mean, as bad as that Carolina Panthers team has been this year, Chuba's been really good. He's been the best part about that team. This is a disaster. I'm going to put him outside. Put him outside. So yeah, I'm not sure if Anderson, if Anderson could be back. Like, part of me thinks that they're going to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, Kane going ham over there.
Yeah, y'all go
ahead. But no, if you get Landman back and Troy Anderson in the same week, man.
Fleek, let me ask you this.
What's up?
Is there a team that you think that if we operating on all cylinders, I mean, like if our offense clicking, passing and running game, and we playing good defense, is there a team that you think we still can't beat? That is they just too good for us?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Mike. No, because
now you're talking my language, Fleek.
And look, let me tell you why. Because if I'm just taking the best parts of what I've seen this year, and that's my assumption. I always assume that the Falcons are going to be good, right? The way the offense played this past week, that shows me that they're moving in the right direction. I'm not saying they're going to drop 35 or 40 every week, but what I am saying is they're figuring it out. You even heard Kirk Cousins talking about how he's throwing with anticipation now. He's throwing into windows. He's no longer waiting to see. He understands when his guys will be there now. That's huge. You saw it click. I mean, the man had 500 yards, right? So if I'm taking that offense, right, and then I'm taking the opportunistic defense that we've seen that we can be with Jesse Bates on the back end, interceptions, peanut punching, that man might have the best peanut punch since Peanut Tillman himself.
Yeah, yep.
Like, he is a ball hawk. Justin Simmons helping him lock down the back end. Even Mike Hughes been playing well on the outside.
That's what I said, yep.
So, and I'm going to tell you what, if we can cook up a pass rush at all, like any kind of pass rush, because like our pass rush has been like negative pass rush so far this season. So if we can even become average, like I mean, I don't want to start, calling stuff, but I'm talking about, you talking about playoffs, anything can happen when you get there. Come on. Yeah. I believe we can compete with anybody.
Agree. Yeah. And you know what's aggravating is like we've seen the last few weeks, like it's a catch-22. It's good and it's also aggravating. They come out in the second half and the defense plays better. Like the pass rush is better, the run defense is better. Like just do it in the first half. Let's do it for a complete game and see what happens. It's like that's that would be amazing. But I mean, kudos to them for making the adjustments when they needed to. But and I got a message on Twitter about if I was going to do the all 22. So I've watched it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to have time to do the video. It's a ton of plays, and I mean, a lot of people have done videos out there. So I mean, it was a masterclass by Kirk, man. Like he was like throwing with anticipation all night. The throw to Mooney in the triple coverage, like watching that back, like when he releases that ball, like watching it from the end zone, there's no way. Like there's just no way because like Mooney is not even. He's 5, 7, 8 yards from the goal line where he ends up catching it. There's a safety. There's a corner. There's 3 guys, right? Yeah. And it's like, I mean, he said probably should have thrown that ball, but like, I mean, there's nothing there that would have told him to throw that ball. But man, he just, it was wild. And the one that Mooney dropped, I mean, he threw that so early that Mooney he turned around. I was like, oh shit, there's a ball.
Oh yeah. And can I say, Mooney has been so good.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
even outside of the plays he's made catching the ball, if you go back and watch Mooney just run routes on plays where he's not even targeted, he always creates separation.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Like someone said, I think Trayshawn said that the Falcons haven't had this good of a route runner since Calvin Ridley. And I would agree with that because
I agree with that.
Man to man, one on one, people can't seem to stay in front of Mooney. And he had all the PFF separation numbers in Chicago. He just didn't have the numbers to back it up. But like the way Kirk is feeling it now, and obviously has confidence in Mooney. Like he has confidence in all his guys building, but especially Mooney, he seems to have a connection with. I think that Mooney is going to be a wide receiver 1A and 1B type situation. When he first came here, I remember we signed him. I was thinking, is he a top end wide receiver 2 even? Right? He's proven that he deserves to have his name right next to Drake London and not necessarily under. And Drake's balling too, but that's how good Mooney has been playing.
Yeah, we needed that style of receiver. We needed that. Well, we were missing that last year. I mean, Smith sold us on Mac Hollins for wide receiver 2, even though he didn't call him wide receiver 2 because there was no designations in Arthur Smith's offense. Everybody was just there. But yeah, exactly.
It is priceless to have a dude that he's gonna get open. It's no stand with like he can get open on anybody and then to run after the catch. Like he can get busy after he catch the ball. Like you could just get it to him. Dog, when we brought him here, I was thinking wide receiver 3, like you just scrap y'all maybe. Dog, he be looking like 1. He be looking like 1 because he's Drake for all his amazing characteristics. Drake I don't ever think he gonna take the top off and catch a 60-yard and go for a touchdown. That just don't seem to happen. But Mooney might. Mooney might go over the top and catch that long ball. And if not for nothing, he spaces everything out. Y'all gotta go with him. You don't have a choice. It's not an option. You gotta go with him because he can get past everybody. So that just he does so much that don't show up in the stat sheet. Yo, that was a good pick. That's another thing, Terry. I'd be like, dog, that's why I need to shut up sometimes because he's smarter than me. Because he's smarter than me. Every time I say, no, man, I wouldn't have done that. It come out that I should have done what Terry done. So that was just that's exactly what we needed. Like what he is exactly what we needed. So again, shout out to Terry.
Yeah. I mean, and the few other things from the 22. I mean, the offensive line did a hell of a job again with pass protection overall. I don't think anybody thinks it's sustainable for us to sit there and throw the ball 60 times a game and win. But that's just what. I mean, that's what Todd Bowles basically made him do. They kind of lined up and just was going to like force the pass. They're going to stop the run. So good to know we can do that though, in case that happens again. It's there. But and the defense was just the tackling in the first half was just terrible. It was just so bad, man. Like it wasn't great the entire game, but it was really not good in the first half. And I mean, just and that's the thing. Like I said, we'll get into the Panthers in a second with Chuba coming up. Like we can't let one dude wreck the game for us, because they have no offense. Like their scariest player on offense, wide receiving wise, is Deontay Johnson. We know Xavier Leggett, right? I mean, we'll get into the injury report too, but he had a shoulder injury last week, full participant today, so I think he'll be fine. But still a rookie in the league, against our defense. So, that's against our secondary, I should say. So, advantage goes to us. We just can't allow Deontay to have like some kind of crazy explosive nonsense, or go out there and catch 15 balls or something like that.
That won't happen, Johnny Yates. That won't happen. As God is my witness, that won't happen, Johnny Yates. Come on, man.
Well, we are 6.5-point favorites going into the game. And so, which is, that's, you see like 7 to 10. You rarely see like 14 or something like that in the NFL, like it's normally pretty close. So, 6.5 is what it is. But side note, not to backtrack, did y'all see Annie Agar's thing this week? The little recap of the league, like with the coaches when she does like the teams and stuff like that, little 3-minute video.
Oh no, I didn't see it.
Okay, dude, she gets Arthur again. Like it is hilarious. Because y'all know like Pickens kind of had like a Pickens type of day. He was kind of like, not really running some routes, and he like pulls off dude's helmet at the end, just kind of doing his thing. Like she comes on dressed as like whatever. The NFL's like, it's like, hey, like Pittsburgh, what's up with your? Or she's Arthur Smith. He's like, yeah, what's up? He's like, what's up with your wide receiver one? And he looked, he goes, that's not Van Jefferson.
That's hilarious.
Dude, shit was so funny, man. Shit was hilarious, man. But she's got him every time. So even like last year when she would do it, like when I mean, it was like just like she was in our heads. But anyway, so looking at the I'll bring up the injury report here for both teams. So we'll start with us. Darnell Mooney limited, not a big deal, I don't think, with any of these things. Judon limited, D. Alfred concussion limited. It's good to see him back. We just need him to pass concussion protocol. Nate Landman limited, and you can see Troy Anderson did not practice today. So like I said, we'll see. If he doesn't practice by tomorrow, I would venture to say he's not going to play. And again, not to really throw shade at the Panthers, but maybe you let him rest this week against the Panthers. You know what I mean?
John, that subtle shit talk, that's just enough. That sprinkle, that just enough. Just it's like earthy note, just a note of shit talking. I love it.
Yeah, just a touch. But maybe you do let him kind of one more week, and then come maybe if he's good enough, come back at home against Seahawks. Now the Panthers have been just riddled, man. So, but before even now, so they're already missing Derek Brown. Thank God. Not that he's hurt, but like, dude, he destroys us
every time,
man. Doesn't matter. I mean, it could be Lindstrom. It doesn't matter. Like he destroys us. So he's not going to be in the game. Shaq Thompson's he is also out for the season.
That's another one.
Wait, hold on, John. Is this all the Panthers?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like the universe is finally on our side. Don't question it. Don't question it.
Last week, their center Austin Corbett tears the bicep. He's out for the season. Josie Jewell, like he did not participate, had a hamstring issue going on, like one of their linebackers. Deontay was limited today even. And then their other center did not participate because of a concussion previous game. Tommy Trimble, tight end, concussion, did not participate. Jadeveon Clowney, was the shoulder, did not participate. Ashawn Robinson, limited. And then the other guys are all full participants. So, I mean, but yeah, either way, like they're hurting, man. Like they're hurting. Like I was listening to some Panthers podcasts this week, and a lot of them are talking draft already. 5 weeks in, they're talking draft. So it's not a good situation to be in.
Well, I mean, when you bench your first round quarterback from the last season in week 3, it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
John, I forgot to ask you, what was your opinion on that? Would you have let him play? Like, do you let him play and learn, or do you like, dog, we got to sit you down?
I think with Canales being a new head coach, he had to do that because he's got to protect his job. Like, and I mean, like that David Tepper, the owner up there, like I don't trust him as far as like he'll do. I mean, they fired halfway through the season, not even halfway through the season. I remember when they fired him. So. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, Bryce wasn't doing it; he wasn't getting it done. I mean, you got to make a change, and then Dalton comes in. They've out of the 5 games, right? They've won 1, and it was against the Raiders. It was in that game. Andy Dalton comes in, and the Raiders have a piss poor defense outside of Max Crosby and like one other player. But Dalton goes off. Looks like he's back. They're like, oh, okay, we're good, and they get hammered the next game. So it's like, maybe not. And it's So yeah, they had to do something. I mean, I haven't heard him say that like Bryce is not going to be in the future plans, but I've not heard him say he is either. He's just said that Dalton's the best chance for us right now, and that's what's going to go. He got in some reps last week, and he actually threw a pretty good. I mean, he was actually good last week when he came in for the short amount of time. But
Johnny Yates, Bryce Young, or Michael Penix.
Oh, Penix.
Oh, Johnny Yates, no hesitation. Win against Alabama. I like it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. No, I mean, it's. I wasn't worried about Bryce's height coming out because you look at Kyler Murray doing it. You look at guys like Drew Brees that could do it, but watching him play and him literally having to jump throw sometimes. Yeah, that was a little like that's I mean, if you had just to get it over the line, like I'm talking about, like that's tough. That's tough. Jerome said Devin White, anyone, or does the signing of Evans and return of Lamb negate that signing? Devin's been hurt a lot this year. I don't think he's even been truly healthy, and I like him a lot, but I don't know, man. I don't. Did you see like during the game against the Bucks, like he tweeted out or retweeted like there was a play made by by Tampa Bay. He like retweeted it.
Oh,
He deleted
wow.
it. He deleted it. He deleted it because it was I think it might have been I think it was due to linebacker. My mind just went blank. But
from
his
Tampa
boy,
Bay, Devontae Davis.
Yeah, I think he made a play and then he retweeted it or whatever, and then they were like, "Dude, what the fuck? You got like while you're playing them, like you got to take that down." But yeah, like I said, really good player. I don't know. I'd have to definitely dive into his injury concern to see if that was an issue. Jay, what's up, buddy?
Jay, what up?
I will say one more thing on Devin White. I'm not gonna lie, his last year or two in Tampa, he wasn't the same.
Not the same. No. He was very Deion Jones-ish. Like
yes,
if you the
career arc went like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but the same even similar attributes, both like fast as hell, sideline to sideline time guys, good in coverage, could come up, play the run, hard-nosed dudes. But and that's the thing with Deion, when his speed kind of fell off, he kind of fell off. Like, that was just kind of the thing. So but looking at these Panthers, man. All right, so through 5 games, they've allowed 165 points, which is the franchise record worst. Okay. The Bengals are second with allowing 145. Okay, so that's another thing that Panthers fans are talking about is this the worst defense in our 30-year history? And a lot of them are saying yes, it is, because the guys they have rushing the passer. I mean, Charles Harris, Jadeveon Clowney. I had the depth chart pulled up earlier because I was like, man, who are these guys? Because I was kind of surprised. I didn't know a lot of them. We know A'Shawn Robinson. Detroit, LA. A little longer in the tooth as well. Defensive tackles at Shy Tuttle, Brian Ray. Again, Shaq Thompson being hurt. Got Josie Jewell, Tevin Wallace, DJ Johnson's the other pass rusher. Again, y'all are kind of have to lead looking that up, right? J.C. Horn, who's been not great for him. Mike Jackson, the other corner. Xavier Woods, good safety. Nick Scott, decent safety. But I mean, we're not talking about a whole lot of names here on defense exactly. So I mean, they're definitely ripe for the take. And if y'all are curious about our defense, we've given up 115 points. So we're not nearly to that level, even though the issues we've had. They've given up the 5th most yards, 1,864. All right, we both have 5 takeaways. Our defense only has 5 takeaways. They only have 5 takeaways. They've given up the most passing TDs at 11. They've given up the most rushing TDs at 9. All right, they're second in drives that end with the scoring. What ends with the score, 50.9%. Do y'all know who number 1 is?
Who?
We are.
Wow.
I was like, son of a bitch. But a lot of those are field goals. So I mean, I'll give our defense credit because but I was like, no way. But we give up 52.1% of the drives on us ending a score.
You know what?
Damn.
I believe that because now that you say field goals, yeah, I can see that because we have been very, very bend but don't break.
It's been very, very.
Yeah, and that's what I said on the last show. I hate that shit. Like I would love to not be that way and be a little bit more aggressive and like just go get the ball. But I understand you don't want to give up. We're first and we don't give up explosives. We can't because everybody's playing 40 yards back. So like there's no way we can give it up. So that's great. But damn it, man, I would love to be a little bit more aggressive and go after and make not have to let the teams just slowly cut you to death down the field for 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
I'd be so happy for the field goal. Like I swear to God, I'd be so happy they didn't score a touchdown. It's like I still be happy even when we do that.
Oh no, yeah,
because I'm so used to getting scored on. I'd be thinking, oh, it's a win when somebody get a field goal. I swear I'd be thinking we won.
Yeah,
just to keep them at 3.
And the thing is, like, bend but don't break defense can definitely win you football games in the league. It's just your offense have to be explosive as well because a lot of the times when you play bend but don't break, you give up longer drives. So even though they'll end in field goals, you give your offense less time to work. So your offense has to score touchdowns faster than the other team can score their field goals.
They'll be definitely. I think it'll be more efficient.
We need an explosive offense, but we got an explosive offense.
Right? Yeah,
we got it.
We do now.
If they play like
we do, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All systems go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that. I mean, the year we went like 16, right? Our defense was not exactly We're the same. Like it was this very Brent don't breakish, right? But we turned the ball over. Like we went and got the ball that year. And I mean that's if we would add that element in as well, like then we're talking. Then we got a recipe for success. Yeah, for sure. Offensively, they've scored the 6th least amount of points at 83. They have 8 turnovers, which is tied for second with 4 other teams. They have 32 offensive penalties, which I was looking at more for ours just because I was curious. We've got 31. It just seems like we have more because of, I guess, when we do ours, we do them at very stupid times during the game.
Yes.
It's either in plus territory or it's on a 3rd down or something like that. And you're like, shit. So that it feels worse than it actually, you know what I mean? Like, I thought this feels like we've given up a lot more than that, but that's only 31 comparatively speaking. So, which by the way, did y'all see they called a holding call on KC and took back a touchdown this week?
Oh no, that was a dream. That didn't actually happen.
I think they were like, we have to give them at least one so they get off our backs for like at least a few weeks.
Yeah.
Just saying this
that'd be so ridiculous. It'd be so ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. They ridiculous.
Yeah. Beyond it. Yeah. Now, one thing about their offense too, and their offensive line particularly, they have not been good when teams have blitzed them this year. They've not been good at picking up the blitz. So I mean, they've been okay when you rush your regular 4. So I hope that we blitz the shit out of them because I would love because Dalton's not the most like he's basically Kirk Cousins. He's probably a little bit faster than Kirk, maybe. I don't even know, but he's a pocket quarterback. So get after Andy Dalton, man. Make him uncomfortable as hell. Bring blitzes from all different scenarios. Like this needs to be a game. I know it's the NFL. I know they're not having a good season. This needs to be a game where we literally go out and win by a couple of scores. Like this, we've had 5 games and the offense has been good at times. It's been really good at times. Defense has been okay-ish, good, better. It's not been great, but we've got the job done. Special teams have been up and down for the most part. So this game, man, I want to see us just put it on them, man. Like other teams have, that's like other teams have done it.
Put it together.
So like, I mean,
if I'm hearing you right, John, you saying they got one of the worst defenses in franchise history. If we can't, I mean, if we can't go in there and have some fun with that, like if we struggle, if we do that, Falcon, one thing that I know we used to do, I want to see if we still do it. We used to play to the level of the competition. We'd be blowing out some, and then we'd play a sorry team and be neck and neck the whole game as we play to the level of the competition. I want to see if they stoop down, like we could relax, or if they put their foot. And if you got one of the worst defenses in franchise history, and we got an offense that's just starting to gel, that should be like, oh my God, that should be something to see in our way, a total disadvantage, a total lopsided thing. So we should see. Come on, Kirk. I believe in them, but they got to go out and not play to the level of the competition.
Right.
We should blow them out, honestly. And I'm not even talking shit. We should blow them out. That's the way it's trending. But, oh, man, I learned you can't trust trending from fantasy football.
No, you can't. But it needs to be a 2-score game for sure. But
3.
And Raheem talked about it. He said there's not going to be a letdown week. Like, well, that's not how we prepare. And I believe him. I mean, I think there's enough veterans on both sides of the ball. I don't think they're going to let that happen, either one of them. Yeah. But this is another crazy stat. 87% of the time the teams get in the red zone against them, they score touchdowns. 87%.
That's good for us. See, we should have no problem.
87. You know what? Maybe this is the week we can figure out that. I mean, not that we struggled with it last week, but I know we scored a couple times outside the red zone. But before last week, we struggled in the red zone like harshly. So
yeah, for sure. And they held Chicago last week they did hold them to 4 for 11 on 3rd down, but Chicago had 10 explosive plays during that game. So yeah, and I had
10.
I had Caleb Williams and DJ Moore. So yay me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So let's talk about. And the thing is, what's crazy is they're 21st in the league in rushing attempts, which kind of because they've been behind a lot, so it's been tough to really run the ball if they want to because they're behind most of the time. But that's what a lot of the Panther fans are like. Why Chuba's the only bright spot in our offense? So like, why are we not just riding him into the ground? Plus, he's on a contract year. He's going to be a free agent next year. He knows that. He's trying to do the most he can, and he is. He's doing. I mean, like he just missed having his 3rd straight 100-yard game last week. He's averaging like 4 points, something to carry. I think I was just looking up earlier. His yards after contact, I think 4.1 yards after contact, I believe it was. Yeah, which is pretty good. What's crazy? Tank Bigsby's at 7 yards after contact.
Really?
Yeah, which is wild.
His name is Tank for a reason.
Tyler's
name was Tank for a reason. I have to look it up.
I
have to follow
gotta
his
be
Tyler.
And I wanted to ask
Tyler is 3.3.
Oh, I would think it would be more than that.
See, and I wanted to ask about that. I got to hop off in a minute, but I'm glad you brought up rushing because I wanted to ask y'all about our run game. Because honestly, it's felt a bit lackluster the past couple weeks. And I noticed that we keep, and I understand this is our scheme, but we only smash outside zone runs.
Yeah.
And it's like especially when Bijan get the ball, it's an outside zone left or something, outside zone right. Like, and the lanes are always so clogged for him. He's always having to like try to dance in the backfield, and Tyler's having to just ram into guys unless there's just a clear wide ass hole. But like, what is Zach Robinson not doing to scheme up this run game? Is it because I know we're a single back team now. We don't run H backs like that anymore. Sometimes they'll put in like Ross Dwelly or something like that for a look. But like, is it because we're running more pistol and single back that our offensive zone running scheme is struggling? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably a combination of that. I mean, not having Dahlman, I think, and that's another thing I noticed on 22. I don't think McGarry was 100%.
Healthy,
I mean, like you could tell even on some of the run plays, he just didn't seem like quite himself last week. But it's probably has something to do with it. But man, and also watching 22, look, the defenses are expecting it. Like it's literally like the entire defense. Nobody's fooled. Like they all flow to that side, every single one of them. So it's like, I mean, they've. And I mean, credit Todd Bowles last week. He made it a point like y'all are not running. If you that's fine. Kirk went out there and 3 for 500, but I think they've got to mix that up. So I mean, like they've got to do some whether it's split zone, inside zone, like hell, even I mean, pull a tight. No, it's not just you, man. Pull Charlie Warner back there. Put him in the fullback position. Let him play H back, like something. It's just kind of have him and Tyler, have Bijan and Tyler in the backfield at the same time. Like mix it up. It's got to get going. Like, it's got to be better than, like you said, just spamming the outside zone. Like that's just not going to work for the entire season.
Clearly.
And this the really dope part about it though is that's all like specialty. So that's every team come in. They was priming on that. They not gonna let us run. That was the first time in years that we went to our left hand. And like just seamlessly, you're not letting me do this. I do this. Man, every other time, like we keep doing that, and we don't go nowhere. That was seamless. We just switch hands. It's like so. I think that the more that now they got to honor the pass, watch the run start working naturally. He don't even got to do nothing different. Just naturally, they can't imagine. Dog, I would hate to be a D, and I'm not just saying that because it's my team. Imagine trying to scheme for this. Like because if you say I'm gonna stop the run, Kirk Cousins might throw for 500 yards. No shit. So, but if you say, I'm gonna stop the pass, he's not doing that on me. They might run for 250 yards. No shit. And you don't know who it's coming from. Have you ever got slapped in the dark? You don't know where that came from. You don't know where that slap, and that's you can't. Who you gonna take out? Kyle Pitts? But then Mooney then Drake. But then like, what are you really? So imagine having a scheme for this. And I'm not just saying that because that's my team. This is a nightmare, dog. More than anybody in the league. This get cooking. Ain't nothing you could do except just pray and meditate and think positive thoughts because we coming, baby.
Yeah, this is definitely. This Falcons team gives me the vibe that when they lose is because they beat themselves. I don't feel like the only team I feel like truly just beat us like full the whole time was that Steelers game. I never felt good that whole entire Pittsburgh game. But every other game we've been in, it feels like at the end of the day, I thought about it and I feel like we lost because we shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So
they were supposed to be again, not just saying this because it's my team. with the teams we just played for the start of the year, there was supposed to be a clear and distinct difference between us and them, and it wasn't. Oh, it wasn't. It was supposed to be like, oh, they look way better than us, or they look way like they should go further. Oh, nah. We was rumbling, right? We looked the exact same. We looked just as talented, just as capable, just as strong, just as everything. So that's why I was like, oh, nah. Now we the bully size, baby. I want to fight.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
go.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that Pittsburgh game, I think, I mean, nobody was comfortable because Kirk looked like he was. I mean, that scared me to death, man. Like, I'm gonna lie, that game,
Yeah,
like watching Kirk move around, I'm like, oh my god, like we are screwed. We are so screwed, But luckily, it was just him getting kind of used to things again, and that was a tough ass defense to go against your first, your first game back. That's a rough one to go against. So yeah, I mean, like, but really, honestly, I mean, looking at the Panthers, man, I mean, if we can control Chuba, not allow him to get 5 yards of carry. And because they're going to run a lot out of 11 personnel. Like, again, I thought that's what the Saints were going to do against us because they had done that a lot, and then they didn't do it against us except for, like, I think it was, I said 11 times, I think, which is crazy because a lot of teams had a lot of success out of that because normally when they go to 11, we go to our nickel, and so we're lighter and easier to run against, and that's, that just kind of happens. But I would expect them to try the same thing. Which, by the way, Jonathan Mingo, who I think a lot of us we were a few years ago kind of hoped we may get, man, he is not good. He is not good.
It's so crazy because
that was harsh, buddy. Jeez.
Dude, he's not.
No, it's not true. Good. That's the thing. I thought he was gonna be really good.
Me too.
He had all the he had the size, the speed, the hands, whatever. Everything, and I'm thinking like this guy might be next Julio, but like, nah.
We watched him at Ole Miss just dominate, and go out and go up and get him. Like, man, and then he hasn't even been really a threat for teams. Like, they've got, what was it? They're young. They have a rookie from a FCS school, Jalen Coker. Yeah.
Oh, Jalen Coker.
Yeah, he had more play last week and got more catches and more And played better. I mean, just watching the tape on it, I was like, man, this actually. So yeah, don't let Jalen Coker go off this week. Let's not let that happen either.
No.
But
I need to know the hit rate on Carolina's second and third round receivers because I feel like they've taken a few of those guys that I thought would be pretty solid in the league, and then just went there and did nothing.
It's not great. Yeah, no, and lastly, another stat. I mean, Andy Dalton basically on third down since he started quarterback, they've converting about 40% on third downs, and Bryce was converting about 28% on third downs, which is just god awful. But I mean, but 40 is almost at the league average basically. So and we've not been great on third down. So I mean, biggest thing is, like I said, if we can control the run game, not allow Dalton to go out there, like I said, and use Deontay Johnson. I think I like Deontay Johnson, but I like AJ on him. I like that matchup. I like our safeties in the middle of the field. Nobody still has really tested them this year as far going across the middle of the field. So one thing that Tampa Bay did last week is just those really short underneath passes all the time. And that just death by 1,000 cuts, just these long drives that are just, and then do run when they wanted to. But if we can, like I said, it shouldn't matter because if we play our game, it shouldn't matter. Yeah. If we're able to go out there and play our offense like we just did, not necessarily to that level of 500 yards, whatever, but if we go out there and just, if we can be balanced, great. But I mean, this could be the game because they're really not good against the run either. They're really bad against the run. If we can go out there, this should be a game for us to get everything right on offense. You can run the ball, you can pass the ball, you can play balanced. You can hopefully put it in the end zone, convert on third down. Don't let these guys go out there because every time we say this, like Mike said, we play down the competition sometimes, and it's just it drives you nuts. So that's the one thing I want to see him do this week.
Bruh, this the easy girl in high school. If you can't close this deal, buddy, you weird. You weird. You don't come back with a story. You was asking her what is her favorite movie. Nah, man, that's not what this is about. Close the deal, buddy. This is the easy one. So we should be able to close the deal, man. When is the last time we made an example out of somebody? It's really been years. We just really put our foot in somebody's ass and really gave a dominating performance. Let's do it. Like you say, it's one of their worst defenses. Let's do it.
Yeah, well, what they're saying, and like I said, again, statistically, it is. I mean, like it's not just them saying it. I mean, this is the worst first 5 games that they've had in their entire 30-year career, which is
30. It should be at least 30 points.
Yeah, it's pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. They scored. They had to score 36 to beat the Raiders, right? Didn't they? The Raiders score like 33 or something like that, or I can't remember what the final score was, but they had to score up in the 30s just to get that win. Yeah. So I don't. They're not getting the 30 against us. No. There's no way. If they do, shit has went entirely wrong. Like there's been catastrophic injuries and just like there's been stuff that's went way bad if that happens. So I can't see that happening. But yeah, so Fleek, I know you got to go, buddy. Give me a final score before you go.
All right, look, listen. After this conversation, I'm even more confident.
Fleek.
I'm gonna say Falcons 31-10.
31-10. That's a match.
Love it.
Looking at that injury report on Carolina's side, and I mean they're not very good on offense, anyways. I mean, even with Dalton, from what you're telling me, so. I don't see a reason they should be scoring 20 points, right? But I think we can score 30. And it's the way I see that game playing out. I don't see them scoring many points. Maybe they get a couple first downs, get some good drives going, and then end up having to settle for a field goal or punt the ball or something like that. But I don't see them crossing that plane too many times playing Falcons. I'm not going to lie. I hope I don't have to eat those words, Mike. But listen.
Hey, would you want to see Penix in the fourth quarter of this game?
Yes, sir. 100%. 100%. Oh my God.
You will want to start that controversy. Supposed to get in and kill. Now we got a controversy.
Yep.
Like because you wanted to play around, man. Come on, man.
Look at the zip you put on the ball. Oh man,
that's the thing. That's the thing is whenever he eventually comes in, that's going to be so noticeable from everybody watching.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be.
Because you know what's crazy? If I had $1 for every time I've heard an announcer calling our game this year say, Kirk just can't quite put the zip on the ball with that Achilles. They say it every week. They won't let me forget. I try to forget. They won't let me forget. I mean, obviously he looked better last game, but that's because but see, that's the thing. You don't have to have the strongest arm or the most velocity throws when you play with anticipation.
Correct.
That's the thing. So if he
it's great. Yeah, it's great to have both if you can, but I mean that's but see that was Matt's game for damn near his whole career.
Yeah, the king of that. He used to throw balls in the dark with his receivers because it was only timing routes was Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't have the strongest arm. Drew Brees knew 1, 2, 3. He knew where that ball was going to be on a second in timing. I could throw it to a spot on the field, and my man going to be there in this many seconds. Drew Brees was. I'm giving him compliments. I
know, right?
You threw up in my mouth.
Brees, it's hard not to like Brees, though. He's a good guy.
Yeah. But he was the king of that. Like so you don't have to have a Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick type of arm when you specialize in that type of timing. You don't. It is crazy.
It is crazy. Penix was at the Washington game last week. Back home watching. Did you see the picture of him online?
Yeah.
He was. I mean, the size of his hands. Like we all know that. But did you see it? And you're like, geez, like it looks like an alien dude.
Yeah, it looks unreal.
He must grip the football like we grip like little kids' footballs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that must feel like what it's like for him. And that's
what I'm saying.
Why you can throw it like that.
He can throw the ball with such velocity.
Massive hands, man. It's crazy. But anyway,
Fleek,
man. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you for coming, man. See you in the playoffs, dog. We going to the playoffs, Super Bowl, NFC Championship. We'll see you.
Hey, tell everybody where they can find you first.
They can find me on Twitter at Ron Rico Season. That's about it right now. I'll figure out some YouTube stuff pretty soon to promote. But right now, you can just watch me tweet from time to time about the Falcons. But yeah, I was gonna say, Mike. Wait, what did you just say, Mike? Sorry, it slipped my mind.
Oh man, like asking me what I've said in the past, it's like you might as well be asking. I don't know.
I can't play it back.
I'm always in this moment, bro. That's how I live my life. I don't recall nothing.
I feel that 100%, dog. I feel like I had a good point, but I guess we'll see. Oh, the playoffs. If the Falcons go to the playoffs and we host a playoff game, we gotta go. Like
we in the dog, gotta go.
Yeah.
Go.
We gotta
Yeah.
go. But all right, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
Hopefully, of course.
Thank you, Fleek.
Of course. Hopefully next time I'm on, we talking about some wins still. We talking about
we are.
Good energy. We always are, right?
Absolutely.
Rise up.
Rise up, bro. Have a good rest of the show, y'all.
All right, man.
All right, thanks, y'all.
And I just removed you by mistake. All right, man. That was awesome having Fleek there, man. Let's hit the chat bar before we keep going.
But no, I said must-win game on Sunday. A loss to Carolina would be tragic. It would set us back.
It would definitely be
1,000
tragic.
points. Christy said, rise up. Of course, Christy. Timothy said, what's up, fam? I'm hyped for some Sunday football. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love primetime games, but my Sundays have been boring. That's the only thing. It's great to have those games, but Sundays are not the same.
So it's a 4:25 game this Sunday.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
And it's like, so Liam's he has a game at 10:45 and he has a game at 3:15. And like, you know, he's well, see, the thing is, he's only a pitcher, right? So we don't know when he's going to pitch yet. So I got to get with the coach to see, like, if he'll tell me, hey, do you have the plan yet? Do you know when he's going to go in? Because like last week he pitched in game 1, we were good. Yeah, we still went back and watched. You know, that we went back. He wanted to go back and watch his team, so we went back and watched them the last 2 games. But so we got to figure that out and see, because I would love for him to pitch the first game, and then we're good the rest of the day. We can watch the football, but we'll find out though.
Double H said we might need to get Hodge more involved for sure. Like the way he broke that thing. Gabriel said I wouldn't go for that AB money. I wouldn't go that far. AB
about money, about Mooney.
Oh, about Mooney. About Mooney.
Dude, he's been great so far.
You're gonna see he's just starting up. Can you imagine when he really learned the playbook? It's over. Cass said, "Hey guys, rise up. What up, Cass?
What up, Joe?
Joe Joseph. Double J. I mean, 4-2. Rise up in Carolina. 4-2 sounds so good, don't it? That sounds like that just sounds like a serious team. DJ said Mooney can get separation and got that speed. He's proven it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Separation and speed is something else. Yeah. Timothy said we are down 2-star linebackers.
Hopefully just one. Hopefully neither. But you know, hopefully Landman has a good week of practice. He's able to go. We don't know yet.
We made it work last week.
Yeah.
Double J said Falcons look really good, to be honest. I like to see our team grow. We have a chance to get to the playoffs with our schedule coming up. Yes, we do. Imagine. DJ said I would hate to be a kitty cat Panthers fan. Dog, they're gonna be bad for a long time, and it's gonna be funny to watch.
I was listening to Locked On Panthers, and the dude who does that, Julian Council, he said that the last few years, I guess, he's actually had what they call like a damn, what do you call it? Like a market Sunday or something like that. Like, you know, you just don't like this. If you don't want to like be angry, then just go to the market. Like it'll be like a market Sunday, which is bad, man. When you've got when it's that bad, when you can't even watch your team because it's going to piss you off. And look, not to say we haven't been there, because we've had those type of years, so we know what it's like. But man,
DJ said we could trade to get more pass rush. Who would y'all trade for? I would definitely make a trade if it became available, because that could be the difference between a playoff game. That will be the difference in the playoffs, guaranteed. So no matter who you get, I make a trade if possible.
Yeah, I mean, the trade deadline's about a month away. I don't know, man. I mean, Timothy said Reddick, and I mean, I like Reddick, but I don't like the whatever the hell he's doing by not playing, with the Jets. It's like, I mean, they're obviously very specific about the type of people they bring in to the team. So I don't know. I don't know if Reddick would be the guy that would fit it from that, you know what I mean, from the personality standpoint. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, but yeah, if somebody comes available and you have teams trying to dump guys, because it always happens, every year you have teams that are out of it by the time of the trade deadline. I would like to see some addition to that for sure. It just sucks that Trice got hurt, man. It really sucks.
The electrician said, "What's good, family?" The Panthers fan really think they're gonna win. That's crazy. They have no reason to be confident. Terry Ocean Boy Martin Jr. He said definitely not Reddick. He wouldn't play in Philly. didn't play after traded to the Jets. Why would we bring him here? Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, I guess there's probably more to it we don't know about, but I mean, still, I don't know.
Double H said those defensive numbers for the Falcons should improve tremendously after this week. Yep.
They should, man.
Terry Ocean boy said, be humble and don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We have not won anything outside those 2 division wins. We was in the same spot last year. We was 3-0 in the South, lost the last 3 division games. Hey, who put gluten in your muffin? I'm gonna tell you like this. You gotta let me have this one, buddy. You gotta let me have this. Just let me have this one time in my life. Oh, I might not get it again. Just let me have it. But no, I understand what you're saying. Like, reel it in, but I can't reel it in. Okay, we had a passing game. When the last time you saw us drive down the field repeatedly using the passing game effectively? No, that was years ago, wasn't it? So I'm a little excited, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's like I said earlier. It's like, no, you don't want to just disregard them as like they're still an NFL team. They're still NFL players. The upsets happen every week. Teams beat teams they should not have beat. You know that they're less talented every week. That's where we have to. Yeah, that's where we have to make a change. That's in years past we'll lose games like this. You know, and we'll find a way to beat ourselves. Like that's like kind of what Fleek said. We can't beat ourselves this week. If we don't beat ourselves, I think we win by 2 scores. We just go out there and play a clean game and not be stupid. We win by 2 scores, but because we shouldn't like if you look even on paper, I know it's paper, but look on paper at the both teams. It's not even a comparison. Like,
it's not. Yeah, that's what.
It's not a comparison. I mean, like they should not lose this game under any circumstance. I mean, but again, it's NFL. You never know. Yeah, Timothy, I did too, man. I wish he hadn't got hurt. It sucks.
But Lisa, what up? Lisa said we can't overlook anyone. With that said, we need to beat the Panthers. Go 3-0, 3-0 in the division because we can't lose to them. It would the whole momentum would. You wouldn't know what you was looking at if we lost it. We would go from being confident to I don't know what's going on.
Exactly. It'd be confusion. It'd be like, what
are we
hell?
sure we don't? It would derail the whole thing.
Yep.
Millie Mills, what up, buddy?
What up, Millie?
Millie Mills. Millie Mills the type of person that come in the club for the last 10 minutes. Like he come in when he just want to take a girl home. He just do one lap. Millie Mills said that was the gauntlet we needed to get us to the jail the way we need to. Yes, and now we gelling. Now Kirk trusts these boys, and it's only up from here. That's what I feel like. Now Kirk, you seeing them trust. DJ said Kirk looking more comfortable every week. I said weeks ago it was a mental block. Yeah, he does look comfortable. Sour Pickle said on a lighter note, I love to see the Falcons make the uniforms, make the unis from last week our primary one. Yeah, those was nasty. I'm gonna tell you, I just like the red ones. The red jersey to me is I don't know why. That just always, I don't care with the black pants or the red pants, but the red jerseys to me is the one.
Would you want to make the red helmet a permanent thing or no?
Yes, I love that red helmet. That's my favorite Falcon helmet.
Yeah.
The red helmet with the red, just imagine the red helmet with the red jersey with the black pants. That's Falcon, man.
You know what? I would kind of like to see the gray pants come back. Like,
I used to like when it was gray and black.
I did too.
With the red stripe. That was like
even further back when they had the red jerseys in the gray pants.
Oh, I like the red. Yeah, I told you I like the wherever the jersey is mainly red. I like.
Yeah.
The electrician said Dave Canals is talking about preparing for Hodge.
That's
that's what I mean. Just think of this: when you way down on the depth chart preparing for him. I mean, you got to go past 6 people to be.
Yeah, I mean, unless Mooney's knee is more of an issue than they're letting on, which I've been so busy today I haven't even been able to see a whole lot of Twitter. But
Millie Mills said Indy last year was the last time we whipped the motherfucker. Yeah, that's Sour Pickle said we were talking about beating someone easy last week for once. Maybe this can be the game. It just looked dominant, so we could talk our trash.
Yeah,
man, I actually agree with Fleek. This is the first time I ever agree with somebody on the show when it came to the points. I exactly think it's 31-10. I think that's they score a touchdown just by a fluke and a field goal, and then we put 31 on them. And I think we only put 31 on them because we ease off at the end and we don't want to put 40 and we just start running.
Man, if we don't
DJ said for the score, I'm predicting 38-6. That's even more lopsided. I love the confidence.
No touchdowns at all, just 2 field goals. I love that, man. What's up, King?
King Richie said, fellas, what's good? What up, King Richie?
Yeah.
My man. Mr. Linda said, hey, guys, when the last time the Falcons won their first 3 division games straight in a row. That's what I'm saying.
It's
That's
been a
what I'm
bit.
saying.
It's been a bit.
Miss Lisa said, I agree. Losing to Carolina after beating the Bucks and Saints would be a legit tragedy. We got to win this. Yet that was set. You wouldn't even be able to feel confident in it. No way. You wouldn't know what was happening. See, electrician, we should trade for Trey Hendrickson.
Hey, look, if the Bengals are wanting to talk, I'm all about it. I'm definitely picking up the phone, see what they want for him. Absolutely.
The red helmets with that old black logo. Oh man.
Yeah.
Man, I have that mini helmet that Julio Jones signed. It's the red one with the black logo. I look at it every day. I don't even have it in the case. I just look at it every day of life. It just looks so good.
I'm hoping that Raheem Morris signed helmet behind me is like the good luck this year, man. Like that's
man. No, that was so dope that you got that. That was so I couldn't believe that when you said
me either.
That. That was so dope.
Yeah, I mean, I've never. I'm not the person that wins anything. I don't win shit ever. So like to get that, I was like, oh wow, what? So now Amanda, like she's won concert tickets. She'll win. I mean, like if we buy a lottery ticket, like I don't even buy. Like I have nothing to do with it because I don't even want to touch it because it's like an instant. Like I'm gonna lose like nothing. So
Millie Mill said, "I'll tell y'all what though, that damn Zoe Carter and AK y'all trash. Oh my God, they hurt it. Dog, I had so much faith in them like John did Richie. Like you want them to develop, you want them to catch fire, then eventually you be like, dog, I don't want to say it. Don't look me in the eye. Don't make me say it.
I mean, Zoe, he's a veteran. He's pretty much only good for run support. Like he's not going to rush a passer that well. AK's supposed to rush the passer. He's had a few reps, but not nearly enough, and I mean, he's not good in the run. It's just, I mean, I don't know. He's been disappointing to me. I wish, and the thing is, like, he even knew it, like in the preseason, like he even alluded to, like, he's heard the noise and stuff like that. All right, well, I mean, you gotta do something about it, man. Damn, hopefully.
Yes, dog, it with one of the worst defenses. Hey, it should be. I want to see one of those one time. When the last time I saw one?
Oh, it's been forever since something like that's happened. But yeah, we'll do it. Look, for y'all to we'll do it this week. If y'all whoever gets the score right gets the Outta Your Falcon Mind t-shirt. Don't put it in the chat though. Put it after the videos, after we're done with the show, put it in the comments of the video, comment the score. First person to get it right, we'll send you a shirt. We haven't nobody's won that yet. We've done it several times. We haven't done it. Terry said then lost the last 3 Panthers beat us by 1, Bucks beat us by 2, and the Saints blew us out 51-17. We won the first 2 division games and lost 3 under Smith. That's crazy, man. Yeah, that was research. Yeah, that was wild. Yeah. Hopefully we can sweep the Panthers this year. We've already split with the Saints and the Bucks. It's already a guarantee split. So hopefully, I would love to go take, especially if they're going to be down. We'll see how long the car is going to be out. We don't know how Spencer Rattler is going to play, but if that's we play in the November 10th, I think it is. So yeah, I mean that I would love to, go. I don't know, lose 2 games in the division. Lose 1 game in the division or something like that. That'd be crazy. All right, man. So Mike, you want to do in and out?
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to start it?
So you go ahead and kick it off, buddy.
All right, buddy. It is October, dude. So are you in or out on scary movies, man? Did you watch scary movies? You do it or you don't do it?
I've never been a fan of scary movies because I never saw one that scared me. Like I never was into
really?
It. Never was
like even like the old school Exorcist and stuff like that.
Even old school. I got a sick sense of humor, so I laugh at stuff that most people would find like that's silly. I can find a joke and stuff, but I never was really a fan of them. I like one on Netflix. It's called It Follows. I thought that was pretty good, but to get me to like a scary movie, it's really because I think they're ridiculous. Like you failed 27 times. Like, hey, stop playing. Come on, it's not funny anymore. You walking in a dark cave. It's always something silly.
What about like the creepy ones? Like the creepy, like kind of ghost, whatever.
I don't watch them. I don't watch. Like I watch comedies. I don't watch. Yeah, I just don't watch. But I like the Scooby Doo Halloween ones. I think those are classic. I always watch those.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah. Millie Mill said, "Hey Mike, how you feeling about Mooney? Is he a favorite yet for you?" Dog, I think he will be. Like I'm trying to think of an analogy for him, but I can't really think of it. It would just be like, and I'm not saying he's this good. I'm saying this would it remind me of. Like Allen Iverson, like could nobody check him one-on-one. If he just wanted to jerk you around and score, like that's how he runs routes. So it's really hard to stay with him. So I feel like he'd be a safety blanket. He gonna get open, and then he can run after he get open. So that's why I'm like, dog, he gonna make a lot of plays. Trust me, he gonna do something. He gonna make those plays that Hodge made a lot this year. I promise you.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, the closest as far as like for us. I mean, Calvin Ridley is like Fleek kind of said, like
Yeah,
like that route running,
yep,
good feet type of player. That's basically where he's at, man. But yeah, anyway, I'm in on scary movies. Like I for the most part, like I can't, depending on like how they are, like I can't watch them like too late at night, keep me up all night type of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely down.
Johnny Yates, are you in on? I'm not just saying that they should bring it back because the game is evolving, but are you in that fullbacks was an amazing thing when we had them? Dog, I watched footage the other day. I was just on Instagram. I just happened to be on. I told you how I use Instagram. I just hit buttons. Okay, I don't know how but Mike Allstott, a highlight reel, and I remember how good this dude was. It was a guy named Mike Allstott. He played for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was a natural fullback. Dog, imagine a wrecking ball with legs. That's whether blocking or catching. He was fast. He was ridiculous. If y'all never seen who I'm talking about, go look at footage of Mike Allstott. I was like, damn. I remember it was fullbacks. So are you in like? And the Cowboys had a great one. Daryl Johnson, like these people used to clear the way for the running back. They would every play. It was dope.
Yeah, definitely on fullbacks. I miss fullbacks. I mean, that was it used to be a fun part of it. You line up an I form or offset, and then all of a sudden, they're freaking destroying a linebacker or a safety or whoever gets in their way. So hell yeah, I'm definitely in on that. In or out, buddy? Chipotle.
In.
Dig it. What'd you get when you go there?
Burrito bowl,
do you?
The vegan option thing, but them I love them fajita veggies. Oh man, they're those cooked vegetables they do. I love it. Now I don't get gypped because I don't eat the meat, but a whole lot of people say they skimp you on meat. Is that true, John? Everybody making memes and jokes.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I can see that because you can get double meat, but it costs obviously you got to pay for it. Okay. But I mean, it depends on the person. I mean, like because we eat there like at least once a week because it's one of the few places after Liam's practice is done on Thursday nights. One of the few places that's open when we get home or on the way home. So we'll just normally stop by and grab it. I'll grab it. But yeah, it can be like I'll get a quesadilla every now and then. The quesadilla is like they definitely put it full in there, but like the bowl sometimes can be a little skimpy on the meat. Yeah, you're right. That can happen. Yeah. DJ said if you want to watch something scary, watch The Wrong Turn. What's that on, DJ? Is it on Netflix or what? I'll definitely check it out.
Mooney's ball. He exciting, dog.
For sure. Terry said
my prediction, Falcons win. I don't care what the score is, as long as we have more points than them, whatever it takes. I don't care if we win by 1. Beat the Panthers 4-2, 3 in the South. Yes, sir.
Period. Yep, absolutely.
Jay safe. I got one in. Dog, I was dwelling the other day. I was thinking, who would I say is the greatest comedian of all time? My brain kept thinking stand-up. But then thought came into my mind, and I said, you know who it would have to be? You know who's probably the greatest actor of all time? We love Denzel and all that, but probably the greatest comedian of all time and the greatest actor is probably, and we just the most underrated. We don't talk about him for the greatness he is. He is Michael Jordan. It's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey done been in like 2,000 movies, and he can play any character. He can play serious. He could play funny. He can be ridiculous. He could do a children's movie. He could do like Jim Carrey has the most range of anybody that ever lived as far as acting. He's the only one that could do everything. Like so, and then he started on In Living Color. Though he could do stand-up. Like this dude is ridiculous. Like when we really look at Jim Carrey is the GOAT. And when I was thinking like, damn, if you looked at his discography, it'll probably be ridiculous. I'm sure it's ridiculous. But then when you look at, they all hit. Damn near, he hit at like a 98% clip. When he in it, it go wild. And he's just amazing. Jim Carrey, I was thinking about that. We don't value him enough. Jim Curry is probably the best to ever do it.
He's definitely up there. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, it's wild thinking back to watching him in Living Color. Like, to think that
Marshall Bill.
dude, to think that guy was going to end up where he is, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was talented then. Then he Ace Ventura, just a wide range. The man has done it all and done it all well. Jim Curry is the GOAT.
Yeah, it would. Man, that would have to take me a bit to figure it out. Like I'll just know off the top of my head, like one of my all-time favorites, Robin Williams. Like
oh yeah, that was my father's man. Yeah,
man. Yeah, some of his early stuff and just, I mean, he
remind me of the. You feel me? He kind of took some from Robin Williams to do it.
Yeah, and Eddie Murphy, man.
Like Robin Williams is ridiculous. Yeah,
I love Eddie Murphy. Like I love Eddie Murphy. Like that's just one of my favorite dudes too. All right, let's see. Yes, back to me. All right, so are you in that the Commanders are going to win the East or the NFC East this year?
I'm rooting for them. I never rooted for them. I'm from there. I never rooted for them a day in my life. If y'all did the research, the number one selling merchandise is the Washington Commanders. Like, they do this every year. Those are great fans. And dog, if you from there, you understand that whole thing is pearl. They do it every year, but they come out like they gonna win a Super Bowl. Every game, the stadium is full. Every game, they keep buying jerseys. Those are some really good fans. So to see them with a rookie doing good and the city exciting, we haven't seen it since Robert Griffin. When RG3 came, my whole city went up. Like it was like Dion for here. It changed the whole city. I'm not being funny. So it's good to kind of see that again. And I'm rooting for them. As long as they don't get in our way, I am absolutely rooting for them. And John, that's John's former team. John is kind of from there too. So you rooting for him, buddy, or no?
Oh yeah, I'm rooting for him. Like, again, not against us, but yeah, I mean, like my whole family, if y'all don't know, is from Virginia. So like whenever I was coming up as a kid, it was, and we moved here when I was 5 years old. So it was probably around 1991. You know, my dad was like, "Hey man, you got to pick. You know, you're gonna be the Falcons. You're gonna root for the Redskins. What are you gonna root for?" And it was the same year, happened to be the same year that we played the Redskins in the playoffs. So it was like in the NFC Championship game, we lost to the Redskins. The Redskins went on to win Super Bowl. But I was like, all right, well, I'll be a Falcons fan. I was still root for the Redskins. You know what I mean? Like I was still like, want them to do well, but just not obviously when they played us. But yeah, so it's cool though, just because they've been down so bad, man, with Dan Snyder.
It's just buffoonery.
Worst humans, one of the worst owners in the history of sports, period. So, and to see Dan Quinn, I mean, I know I've got my issues with Dan Quinn. We all probably do to an extent as Falcons fan. He's a really good dude. He's a great person. He's getting his second chance, just like Raheem is. Hopefully, he's doing well with it. So, we'll see how long it's got to be longevity. We'll see if it can last. We'll see if he's figured out how to make it all work. But with Jaden Daniels, man, and that was going to be like kind of part B. Is he? I mean, in or out, he's Rookie of the Year this year. Like already. I don't think anybody's going to challenge him, man. It's crazy. I appreciate you, Sour. What's up, Brian?
Brian said, "What up? What up, Brian Little?" Nah, Johnny Yates, my last one. Are you in or out that the hype around the Atlanta Falcons is not hype? That is justified. It's not just hype. It's not just momentum. That it is actually the real thing. That it's Coke. It's not cola. It's not the knockoff. It's not Dr. Cola. It's not that burgundy can. It's Coke. It's the real thing. John, is it the real thing, or have we yet? We jumping the gun just slightly?
No, I think it's the real thing.
There we go, Johnny Yates. Yates, everybody.
Because the main reason, again, like I hate to go back to the quarterback, but it is the most important position on the field, and we've seen every phase of the team, every phase of the team, like offense, defense, passing game, running game. We haven't seen, like I said, that what we're waiting on is a dominant type performance for that defense, right? And I don't know that we're going to get necessarily a dominant performance because, again, like we said earlier in the show, like we've got to, and like Fleek said, we got to improve that pass rush by any means necessary. So whether that's like Rook had a really good 12 snaps, I want to see Rook get like at least double that this week. You can get in there more, get Harrison in there more, whatever we can do to get pressure on the quarterback more. That will help our defense tremendously. Getting sacked, like dude, Onyemata getting that sack last week, that forced a field goal that kept us with a one-score game. Like that stuff that changes games. Like so, we've got to get more of that stuff. Like I said, our back end is really good. If we can get the defensive line up to it and get our linebackers back healthy. Offensively, man, I feel good. I think we can compete with anybody offensively. We can do it with the running game.
Buddy.
We do it with the running game. We can do it with a passing game. Now we just got to put it together, balance it out. And Zach Robinson's getting better every week. He's making adjustments on the fly. Like last week, you could see all the run game went working. It's like, all right, Kirk, let's go. So, I'm down, man. So, yeah, totally in. Hey, Dr. Slicknuts, what's up, buddy?
Dr. Slicknuts. He said, let's go. Caught a live stream. I love it for you, buddy. And no, Liam, what's up, buddy? Dog, I'm totally in. I said at the end of the last show, I think as soon as we got off the air, the first thing I said to John when the video cut was, dog, it's weird because it's like, it's my lunacy, but it's well placed. Like it's justified. I feel like it's justified now. And that's how I feel. I feel like it's real, dog. Like this, it's possible. Not even saying it's probable yet. You still don't know what you're looking at. You only played a few games. It could go either ways, right? But just the fact that it's possible, like, now you're just like, damn, I'm excited to see every game. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to see every growth. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. Like now I know we can go with the big boys. Like anybody in the league, that's saying something. Usually you feel like, man, if we was to make the playoffs and play that team, we have to get up pretty damn early and have a miracle and everything be on our side. That's not how I feel. I feel like, man, just at doing what we're supposed to do, we could beat any team. So that's an arrogance that I haven't felt. Let me have it.
When we get that, we gotta just take it.
I gotta take it, man.
I mean, we don't get it. We don't get it that often. So
we don't. So it's exciting, very exciting time.
Yeah, and I don't even mean to the crap. I'm not even trying to crap on defense because, like, again, if it's like that 16 where you can take the ball away, or you can be like Jesse Bates and knock the ball out twice in the game, and be take advantage of situations, and just be just jump on the ball. I mean, just get the ball back. That's all we want the defense to do. I mean, obviously, we would prefer to not have these long drives and everything, but I think they're going to get better every week too, though. And we'll see. Like I said, what trade deadline comes around, maybe they do make a move for a pass rusher if they think that's one more cog that we need to really just up the defense. Maybe they do it, especially if we have a good record. Because if we're contending, then I'm saying, yeah, hell yeah, go like freaking like little Ram said, man, F them picks. Like go and get you a player,
I'm just saying, I feel like you got to do it because in the playoffs, that will be the difference. Like you can't have playoff level quarterbacks bouncing around going through all their reads. You will lose.
Absolutely.
So if you feel like we can compete, you make a move. But I know Terry back there cooking. I can smell the aroma, man. Terry thinking of something. He don't never let me down. Believe me, if I noticed it, I know Terry noticed it. He gonna try to pull something off.
Yes, it's like every year. But like you said, I mean, like last year's team's probably 0-5 right now.
Yep.
Because Kirk alone, man, that Philly game, that last drive, Ritter wasn't doing that. Taylor wasn't doing that.
No.
And then this last week, 509 yards. I mean, who's doing that? Hardly anybody's ever done that. So I mean, not saying. I mean, Kirk just had an amazing night, but I mean, like he alone, has helped us secure 2 games. You know what I mean? So it's like
that's a different feeling when some quarterbacks, Trent Dilfer, no disrespect, but some quarterbacks you can actually tell them you go win the game for us. Patrick Mahomes is one of those, you go do something. I don't know what it, just go do, and they can just be like okay, and really go do it. Kirk Cousins is a veteran, and even though he don't got that zip, maybe he showed he can do that.
Yep.
Like just, hey, I need to take us down. Give me the ball. And he's done it several times. So to get us into overtime and then to win the overtime game, and then in all the previous games, Kirk done, he did just enough. So that's why I say that's just an exciting thing. And it's insulting, but exciting to say a functional quarterback is like, oh my God, it's so exciting to know that when it's 3rd and 8, I got a chance at getting it. Yeah. That's sad, but it's really exciting. I still can't say it's not exciting, but it's really sad that when it's 3rd and 12 now, I'll be like, I'm listening. I want to see what they like. You know, that was never before. It had to be 3rd and 3, or we was out of there. So, really insulting, but really exciting.
100%, man. John, look, if we could pair Max Crosby with Matthew Judon, oh my God, how fun would that be?
Man,
how fun would that be?
Hey, John, how vital was the Judon thing, dog?
Huge.
We would be in a whole nother position, man.
I know he doesn't have like necessarily the sack numbers everybody would love to see, but dude, he's affecting shit every week. The pass, he's affecting the run. Like he's doing things that just whoever you want to put behind him at the end is not going to do. Like he's making a huge difference. Yeah, for sure. And Liam said you can't compare last teams. No, you can't. No. I mean, that's the main reason with that. I mean, the quarterback is the huge difference, and the play caller to go along with it. But all right, man. Well, we're at an hour and a half, so we'll get out of here. But man, shout out to Fleek for joining us tonight. And we got to say too, man, any of the folks that's listening to us or watches us down in Florida, man, hope you guys are safe tonight. Was watching coverage of Milton all day long, man. Dude, there were 17 tornado warnings earlier today in Florida at the same time. 17. It was all the storm coming in ahead of the hurricane. So hopefully y'all, I know like our boy Kenny's down in Tampa. Like I don't know. I got to message him to see if Kenny got out, if he's staying down there or what's going on. But hopefully, like I said, everybody stays safe and you know, in a good spot, because that's going to be probably a nasty night down there. But we appreciate everybody coming by through tonight on the show. Again, if y'all are watching it on the playback, leave the score prediction in the comments for the video. And if you get it right, the first person to get it right will send you a t-shirt. And if you're listening to us, iTunes, Spotify, drop us a 5-star review if you can. Helps us get out to more Falcons fan. John, where are you at in Florida, man? I just see you said that. My brother and sisters in Florida, they're on the west, they're on the east side. So he said the tornado was about 10 miles southwest of him earlier today. So like, but they're staying. They weren't like in the direct, like you need to leave type of area, but you know, I don't know. I still would left if I was him.
To move to Vero Beach, Florida, buy a beach house.
There you go.
That's my favorite place on earth.
Yeah.
I'm moving there.
Good. Then we'll do the show from there. Yeah.
Man, from the beach. Come on, man. Oh my God, don't get me started. I have a coconut in the model. I would love it, man.
It's hilarious. But anyway, yeah, man. So
y'all, I just want to say this real quick. If y'all listen at any YouTube, Spotify, whatever, it is important. Like the video, because it the same way. I don't know how you found us, but 9 times out of 10 we popped up somewhere in your feed. So somebody liked it for it to get displayed in front of you. So hey, man, pay it forward. So now you like it and it'll get put in front of somebody else who might want to hear Out of Your Falcon Mind. You feel me? They might not be inside of their mind, and this might be the perfect podcast for them. Okay, so you liking that helped to do that. So it's important. So if you listen it, like
it's a gateway. It's a gateway podcast into that's what happens. 3 hours.
Big John said 3 hours north of Tampa.
Hopefully you're straight,
okay,
man. I haven't
seen right on that Georgia.
I haven't seen anything for the last couple of hours, so hopefully you're in good shape though. But
good.
It's not fun, man.
Stay safe, anyway, y'all.
Yep. And again, so we'll be back. Again, not sure. We're going to wait and see what happens Sunday with Liam's baseball. We don't know if he's going to be, like I said, pitching late into the day or early in the morning. If we're late, if we're home watching it, we can probably, I don't know. Do you know when you're going out of town yet?
Monday.
Okay, so we could record Sunday night theoretically then?
We can go Sunday night. Okay. Once we get that W, I'll be proud to log on and shoot the shit with you. So.
All right, so we're going to try to do Sunday night then. That's going to be our idea, because Mike will be out of town next week taking the stuff probably though. So we'll probably do a show. We'll do our regular pre-show as long as everything is good. We'll probably keep that on Wednesday, and I'll try to see if we can line up a guest. And
dog, Biscuit is killing. He only missed once.
Oh, Biscuit. That's right. That's
right. Biscuit is killing it. He only missed once so far. That dog is pretty accurate. He's better than me.
That's right. So, well, anyway, appreciate you guys so much coming by. We love y'all, man. And like I said, like the video, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review, help us out, and we will catch y'all next week. Mike, take us out, buddy.
Out of your Falcon Mind. Peace.